Holy crap, this bow surprises the crap out of me. Did Bowtech just trim the fat on this bow? I think so. Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm FJJ here with PodiumArcher.com looking at the brand new Bowtech Virtue for 2025. This is one I got a lot of comments requesting a review on, and it wasn't because I was stalling or anything like that. They hadn't shipped any of them. This bow literally just got here the other day, so we're doing our first review on it. Now, how did they trim the fat? Well, this is basically a Bowtech Honor, right? Everybody remember that bow that was like $4 grand? Well, this bow's $2 grand. So, now, does it come with all the other parts? No, but that's a significant reduction in the only way you could get that bow was fully packaged. So that's a little bit of tidbit on this bow. Is $19.99 and weighs 3.7 pounds. That makes it the lightest current production bow, to my knowledge. I have to go back and look at Expedition, but thing's really light. And it feels amazing, just like the Honor did. I can't describe or explain why, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, why it feels so good, but it does. This bow is basically, or really similar to a Core SR, would be my best comparison, with a rare earth mineral magnesium aluminum composition of riser that makes it weigh so much less. They also went through and titanium hardwared everything, which does alleviate some extra physical weight. They have deadlock technology, time lock technology, grip lock technology, orbital dampeners, and the new left side mounted black gold sight option, which personally, not my first choice. And they do have integration back here. They do have a V-bar integration. So there's a lot of integration options for this bow, which does put it high up there on the features category. But let's measure some of this stuff and see what we get. I'm going to go from the right side of the axle to the right side of the axle on here to measure the axle to axle of this bow, and we are looking for 32 inches. That's spot on 32. I kept sliding on me, so that one's good. What's our overall riser length look like? Limb pocket to limb meet, 29 inches. Looks like 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch of reflex, which for a bow with a 6.19 inch brace height, that is really, really good. So let's get our brace height here. Boy, I would have to call that accurate. Yep. Let's see what this sucker actually weighs. Okay, so we're getting between 4 and 4.1 with the dampeners and the rest. And I have taken these dampeners off before, and they are between 1 and 2/10 right in there. So that is actually accurate. That's settling right on 4, just barely at 4. So yeah, that bow weighs 3.7 pounds. 70.2. Perfect. Let's shoot it. So this is a 350 grain arrow, 70 pounds, 30 inches, Bowtech Virtue in Performance. Yep. So we are looking for 341 feet per second. Here we go. 340, 337. That's smoking. 332, 337. That's quite a deviation. That's interesting. 335, 336. So 336 average there. Let's do some 450s. 295, 297.7, 298, 297, 297, 297. All right, 297 on that. Time for some 650s. 250, 250, 251, 249. Then we'll reset this thing at 28 and shoot it for you at 28 with the 450s. 249, 248. So that's still an average of 250. So let's reset our 28 and shoot her again. All right, we're now down to 28 inches at 70 pounds with a 450 grain arrow. Let's see how she goes. 281, 281. 278, 279, so that's an average of 280. 280, 280. All right, so that puts it back to an average of 280. Let's see how loud this thing is.
81. 81 and a half.
81, 81, 81, and 81.5, which is slightly over the middle average point, but for how light this bow is, I guarantee it's the quietest bow that's this light by a long shot. So, but let's do some math on the other stuff and figure it out for you. All right, so 28.5 per inch at 450. That gives you an average to go up or down from your draw lengths. at 28 inches to calculate roughly what you think your speed's going to be based off of your arrow weight and what the bow is set at for length. This bow is 81 decibels, which is really close to the middle of the average from what we found. And yes, we are going to go back and review the other, I think it was about 8 bows that we did before we figured that out. I just want to get every bow done first as quickly as we can, try to get those out to you. All right, so let's see here what we got. 240, 235, 6, was it 6? 336. So that's going to put you at 12 for speed. Legit 3.7. Give you an 8 for weight. Tunability. All right, so somebody down below, please explain to me, first of all, why you're not going to your why you're not going to your local pro shop. They need you, you need them. Buy from them. Try this out there. Give them your business, please. Don't buy it from me. You need to develop that relationship. It's super important. If you're going to buy it online, only if you're going to buy it online, podiumarcher.com for all those archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping, and coupon code MFJJ will save you a little money. Now, tunability on this bow. I don't know what's going to beat it and what more you want a bow to do in tunability. So I'm giving this bow a 14 in tunability because there should be some way to improve, but I really don't know what it is. Integration. They make their own low profile quivers. They make integrated V-bars. They make integration rest. They have their own unique integration on the site, but I'm not going to give them super high marks because it's very limited on what sites will go on there. So I'm going to give you a 7 for integration because you are making multiple specific things that help the bow function in a low profile and a more honest, balanced way. All right, honesty. 32 axle to axle, spot on. Riser length 29, load out point there. Brace 6.19, right on. Physical weight 3.7. Speed within 5, and your draw length's only 1/8 of an inch long. That's pretty damn honest. Now, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. I'm going to have to give you a 13 for honesty. Feel. This bow feels wildly incredible. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what they did with that composition, but it feels just like the Honor where you fire it and you go, how come it doesn't have more vibration? It's 3.7 pounds, and I can authentically, easily say out of any bow that weighs less than 4.1, it's just dead. Well, in the vibration feelings part for me, it would rival a 29.5 Lift X because that thing's really, really dead. But man, it's phenomenal. I'm gonna give it an 8 because the draw force curve's a little rough, and technically that should be part of feel. But it's not bad. But I am also used to shooting a Bowtech because outside of like the last year and a half in different instances, I've pretty much exclusively shot Bowtech for like 8 years. No contracts, no money, no nothing. I don't ask for anything. I just think they make a really good product, so I've shot them for a really long time, with the exception of some Matthews and some Hoyts in there. But mostly been Bowtech, so I'm used to how they feel. Design and forgiveness. 1 inch of reflex on a 6-inch platform should be ridiculously forgiving. Design, I love the way they're engineered. I think they're a very well thought out product. I'm going to give you I'll give you an 8. Value. Here's a tricky point. It's $2,000. It's a lot of money. However, with the exception of, once again, the Lift X 29.5 is under 4 pounds, there isn't a bow this light to compare it to. There's not, especially in this parameter. So being fair, if the reason we're buying a carbon bow is because it's light, if that's the point and that's the purpose, you have a really hard time not beating this. So believe it or not, you might not like this, but I think $19.99 is incredibly fair for this product. I'm going to give them a 4 for value. Hammer me down below for that because no bow should cost $2,000. Well, guess what? It's not $2,000. So yeah, they kept it under that price range. For what this is and how difficult it is to get this to a manufacturing point, I really think it's very fair. Sound, it was in the middle of the realm, so we're going to give it a 3. Appeal and quality. I've always had really good luck with Bowtech bows. I like them a lot. I've had great durability and reliability other than small windows of errors that they've had in the past. And I can block those into a particular group, and I haven't seen one in a really long time. Mind you, I think it's been 6 or 7 years since I've seen a batch of bows have a problem at all. So I'm going to give them a 4 on appeal and quality. Let's add it up. 81. That's probably a record. I love seeing innovation. I love seeing bow manufacturers push the envelope. And this riser right here, I think this is the future. I really do. I think this is the way things are going to go, because clearly, since there's more than one manufacturer dabbling in these sorts of things, there must be an access to it for other manufacturers. So everyone else that uses CNC equipment to cut their risers, which is everybody, should have access to doing something like this or going down this road to some degree. Not sure the parameters and details of those things, but this is a super impressive bow. High score for Bowtech. Criticize down below, because I know you will. Take it easy.